is going on, you guys? So let me turn this off here for a minute, because I was gonna play some games, but I just have this like. I mean, we'll play here shortly, but let me just go to the commentary thing here for a minute, because this is something that I actually do want to share. Oh God, damn! I forgot about this thing, but anyway, it doesn't matter, I guess. Whoops. There you go. Maybe I might. You know what? Fuck it. I mean, I'll see me. Let me go find a hat. Let me find a fucking hat. Fucking A. Let me get my Carl Anderson hat here. That's why I call my white hat here. Cat got all up in it. I guess we'll do that, and then we'll worry about that. Here, let me put on my headphones here. So it's been a minute, you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing well. Let me shrink myself down here, and then let me grab the particular video that I was looking at, because today I just want to talk about the Emiru situation. For those that don't happen, I'm not going to show the exact clip, but I'll grab the tweets too while I have a chance to do that. Here, well, I guess I could do that right now, real fast, while I look at the and let's see here. I mean, you know what? Shout out to Yeet, because like he's been my go-to about this whole situation. So let me it's been a while since I had to do this type of stuff here. So let me see here. We'll add So, um, yesterday, and for reasons I'm gonna say this now, because this bothers me a lot. This whole episode of this is probably the first time something like of substance, I guess, if that makes sense. Uh kind of just like made me sit there and go, okay, what the fuck just happened? Like literally what happened. And to clarify for this, I've always kind of wanted to raise money and go to TwitchCon myself. You know, I always wanted to go to a con of some sort. That was like on the top of the list. Over the years though, like um that list has kind of went down. That list has kind of went down. And for a lot of reasons, like obviously the whole incident with the one Sasha, I can't remember her name. Sasha Black, I think that's her name. Sasha broke her back. Sasha Grey. Sasha Grey. There you go. That's what I was trying to think about. Uh, like that whole situation. That literally is that they were like, okay, yeah, Twitch should do something. They didn't do nothing. They didn't scold the sponsors because obviously they love their sponsors. Um, because this is going to be the first clip that I'm going to play here. So, and also because like I have friends that are there right now and everything like that. I talked to one of the streamers that is a partner streamer, and she she was kind of worried that that was going to happen to her. Uh, thankfully, like a couple of the male streamers that weren't like doing meet and greets or anything like that offered to kind of like be right her side and everything like that. Like Twitch apparently, um, Twitch staff is kind of being is screwing the pooch here. I wouldn't even say screwing the pooch here. I would say that they're directly uh screwing themselves, or shooting themselves in the foot, the collective foot here. Um, but then more stuff slowly came out over the last like couple hours, couple days, because this happened. What was it? This happened on Friday. Happened on Friday, and so I had to stew with this a little bit and kind of give an opinion from a male streamer's point of view that isn't a partner, or I mean I am affiliated, and am I risking losing my affiliation to talk about this? Of course uh, I think right now, even though it doesn't look like it, they're going into full like, you know, PR mode. Like they're going straight into PR mode, just kind of like Hassan Piker has done. Um, just like a whole bunch of people have done. So let me, and I want to make sure this is loud for you guys. Let me just play it real fast before.
I don't think that's true. Okay, maybe I should talk about this. Whatever. Who cares? I've had a secure.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna boost it. Where's my sound booster? there.
I don't think that's true. Okay.
Okay, there you go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. So just to kind of give you guys a recap of that. So a lot of the situations apparently, and there's a video after this. I think it's 2 posts after this, because it's been an insane week. Can I just say it's been an insane week for all the platforms. Like I'm saying this like from someone who kind of is just 1 foot out and 1 foot in type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah. Let me just put that right there. There you go. I do realize I do have this cropped a little too tight, but it'll be fine. So this is what it says. Emiru talked recently about Twitch banning her favorite security guard from TwitchCon. We'll let her say.
I don't think that's true. Okay, maybe I should talk about this. Whatever, who cares? I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon, and he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop. So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like permabanned from the venue forever. But he didn't even
Perma banned. Perma banned from the venue. So anytime Twitch moving forward has a whole like event going on, she can't bring her security guard because of the no touching policy. Now, it could be because of what the insurance people ask you and everything like that, but you got to understand something, right? Wouldn't it be more cheaper for them to have their own security and then charge them a little bit more for security for like your partner streamers, your big partner streamers? You know, I mean, you got Papa Pesos money. Like I'm just saying, like you have Papa Bezos money. Why the fuck are we having to have someone literally getting assaulted? Now, I wouldn't say it's a normal assault. It's definitely in the SA. We're gonna leave it at that, right? So, but
hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And
what the fuck?
And it was like my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just
That's
like,
fucked.
okay, like it was so sad because he did like everything.
so I'm gonna get to this tweet in particular, this one right here, in just a moment. But this is what I'm worried about. Even though there's it was Dexterito that had an article that said that they did find the person and the perpetrator basically got away. Which, I mean, that's wild. Like there's NMP. Apparently he got away. Why like if it's non-consensual touch, and I'm always respectful. Like, see, this is why cons are getting such a bad rap, especially like PAX and now TwitchCon. Obviously, TwitchCon has always had a bad rap the last couple of years because of especially last year when they were in Vegas. Everyone was kind of questioning why are they going to Vegas. Well, I don't know. So I'm just to say, Emiru being assaulted. There's video evidence, and I think to a level, Emiru has stated that Twitch staff is aware of the clip and the police. Now, I don't know if she's going to press charges or anything like that. Like, I thought in California, anytime when it's a non-consensual touch that of some sort, that is assault. Now, if it was of a sexual nature, obviously, it would be SA. But that's neither here or there. So, and this is why I do believe, because there is actually a division of some sorts here, of my whole nuclear take on this. So it's a two-parter. So the first part, I want to say this: if someone wants to keep their show, like if you hire them to do just the TwitchCon show, they have the right to keep their show. And meet and greets is optional. Like, I remember, I can't remember the name of the band, but I was reading something on Reddit about like bad celebrity interactions, and someone was telling the story about meeting Dire and Grey, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. And one of the things that they do is, like, at certain places that they don't know very well, they won't do a meet and greet of some sort whatsoever. And that is signed to their contract. That it's like, hey, listen, we don't want to do this because we're unfamiliar with the area. We don't feel very comfortable doing this. And this is like maybe I think it was like second American tour. So we're talking maybe mid 2000s to like early 2010s, something like that, right? And like people got pissed about it, but they understood the why. Now, it Emiru, who I mean, I'm gonna be honest with all y'all, I follow her on Twitch. She actually is a pretty, like, it's like people who are like clumsy with a comical twist. It's kind of like that, where like she'll say something that's like that's a little out there, and then you sit there and go like, well, I mean, okay, I guess she could get away with it because she's a very popular, very attractive streamer. But she's also she's pretty smart. Even though some clips that fans of hers, I'm gonna say this in quotes, fans, says otherwise, but anyway, but I'm gonna get back to this because I know I'm segueing a little too hard. It's been a minute since I did one of these like commentary-esque streams, so just bear with me. Let's see here. So this is another clip. I think this is the morning after I think this happened. So this would have happened the next day. So this is said Emiru was required to do a meet and greet in order to keep her TwitchCon show. And this is why I'm saying this once again. This is a part one of my take here. Emiru, because she has leverage. Why am I saying that? I'm gonna say this right now. She's one of the few, like, and I could let's see. me find let me do this here because and let's see, she is. Let's see, I need. She, she is on here. I know that. She's like at least like top 100. Not, then my God, they really. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Shut up. Oh. Okay, whatever. Verifying. Cool. Alright, whatever. Give me the fucking thing. Okay. Where does she? Where? Okay, sometimes these websites. Yeah. Twitch metrics. She's a pretty popular streamer. Like she does it. Um, I'm just gonna say she is a very popular streamer. She does average about a couple hundred followers, um, on stream. The fact that we have a situation where Emiru's nuts doesn't feel safe. Because as soon as this all happens, I have to put this out. She's literally just like take it to another area away from the person. Now I could get that. That I could get. Like, cause it happens so fast. Like that was like totally like out there. Um for even for me. Like I would sit there and go, okay, oh shit, there you go. I would even go there and go like, you know what? I I don't want to do this meet and greet. Like I did the required. I did the required things so I could still have my show. That's what should be done. So
I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff, but in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours because of people being weird.
Okay.
Exactly. Like, for fuck's sakes, you guys, listen. I don't care if you're 18 or as far as fucking 55 or 60 or 80 years old. You could be 95 years old. You could be as old as Regis Philbin's dead body, as far as I'm concerned. Have some common decency, have some self-respect, wear fucking deodorant, and also be respectful to the streamers. I had a rule when I went to go visit when I went to my first Comic-Con that was here locally in town. I had a rule where I always ask permission to like do like a handshake or a hug or something like that, you know. And some of the people that I met, they don't care. They're like, hey, you know, nice to meet you, but hey, can I hug you? They already asked the question for you. And like, you know, like especially like someone like, for example, and I'm gonna shout him out because I love his work. And that is Roger Baird's from like SpongeBob SquarePants. When I met him, I was like, "Hey, sir, it's an honor. You mind if I shake? Can I shake your hand?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, buddy." Is it? And we had this initiated a conversation. I try not to make it weird. If you think if the question is always going to be there immediately when that happens, don't go in that line. Like, if you don't have the patience and the durability to sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna treat them like I'm meeting them for the first time. I'm gonna shake their hand. I'm gonna say, hey, it's nice to meet you. You mind if I shake your hand? Okay, cool. If not, cool. Take the picture. It'll be awkward, but it'll take the picture. Then you move on. That's it. Everything happens. Like, and some people can't help that they're a little weird or awkward about it. Like, I was awkward. I will be the first to say that. When I met the voice actors for Edna and Eddie, like, I could, because I could share the story. This is such a it's a funny thing. Like, I told so all three voice actors for Ed, Double D, and Eddie were there, and um I just wanted a picture of the voice actors for Ed and Double D because those two were kind of someone that both characters were someone that I could relate to in some aspects. I could be the smart aleck, the smarty pants, and then some days I'm the dumb jock, like dumb nerdy jock. So I was just that, and they loved that. They ate that up. So the way that the con was done, like, the line just it was going across all three tables. So that was how they kind of explained it, and they told me, well, like, hey, I told him, like, hey, I just only want it for him and him, for Double D and Eddie, or Ed and Double D. They're like, okay, no problem. As soon as you're done with Double D, you come over, you grab your stuff, come over to Ed's table. Now, I didn't hear that part. So I'm just in line, and he's like, hey, and Eddie's voice actor was like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. And like, so we're talking. He's like, are you gonna do a photo? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a photo with the other boys. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. This is like, and I explained to him kind of like how, like, as much as I love all of them, like, very very much, I really do. Like, I've always wanted a picture with the voice actors for them because they're the one that made me me, and like, um I've always said that about people, and I did get a little emotional about it. And he's like, hey man, don't worry about it. And so, like, we're about to take this photo, and Eddie's sitting there going, like, for a quarter more I could be with you. He's ribbing me, so I'm just smiling, kind of a little embarrassed. He's like, he's just ribbing a kid. Like, Ed, the voice actor for Ed, Matt, was amazing. I love Matt. He's a very, very kind-hearted individual. He's just like, don't worry about him. He ribs me all the time. It's all good. Like, that's a good example of being awkward, but they play along with it and just kind of like, hey, they're not trying to be disrespectful in any way. This is my first con. And everything like that. And so, like, that's the thing. So, like, that the fact that there isn't, like, a straight up, like, strict, like, and I mean this with the most disrespect in the way when I say this, the fact that, like, I could see, like, for example, PAX, uh because I looked up tickets to go to PAX East, because I want to go to Boston one of these days, and also, two, I always like the PAX organization. They're very upfront about everything, like, to the point where if you were to buy, like, a VIP ticket, right, there's actually additional rules when you look up the information about, like, how the meet and greet is gonna go, and this is what's gonna be like, and it has additional rules, like keep your hands, feet to yourself, everything like that, yada yada yada. And if you agree to, if you buy the tickets and you violate one of those, that's an automatic ban for permanently. Like, they don't want you acting a fool there. It's a straight. Now there has been some exceptions where people were acting a fool, and some streamers waved it off and just said, "Look, they're being awkward. It's their first time meeting us. It's cool, like all that stuff." Sometimes it's the other way around. They're like, "Get that guy out of here. That guy is looking at me very, very weird." It's like that one meme where the guy's yelling at his mom about this about the dog. They sit there go like, "This fucking dog is staring at me, Ma. It looks like fucking grandma." Like that type of stare. Like, don't give the fucking 1,000-yard stare to these people. Like, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet
Emmy.
and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
Jesus Christ. That's why I firmly believe, and this is also something that I actually did learn from a live streamer that works at that streams on Kick now. They said they didn't like how Twitch did the implementation of the how they did the contracts for like doing these shows, because he was offered to be a guest. Now, when you're offered to be a guest, you still have to sign the same contract. There is a stipulation in those contracts. Now, this is alleged. I haven't seen the contract. I haven't seen anything. So this is just going by word of mouth. I'm taking it with a pinch of salt. So there's allegedly when you're a guest for someone's show, there is a stipulation that you have to do a meet and greet with them as well. Now, if that's the case, the meet and greet should be treated as a separate contracted entity. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, in my opinion, that's how it should be looked at. So, of course, Twitch reached out to Zach Busey, Busey. I'm just gonna call you Zach Busey. Like, I think you're related to Gary Busey because that's how Gary Busey's last name is spelled. With a statement about the Emiru situation, says the individual was immediately removed and banned indefinitely from platform. So this is what was sent to Zach. It says Twitch has reached out with saying, hold on, there we go. Well, I mean, I'll read it out loud and then you guys can see it. Well, there we go. We'll just read it like this. I'm blind. I'm sorry, guys. It says the following. It says Twitch has reached out with a statement saying the safety and security of all those attending Twitchcon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in this incident was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. We immediately removed this individual from TwitchCon premises, and they are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in-person events. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment. I have asked for additional details about whether the man was arrested or charged filed, what they are doing to improve security for meet and greets, and why they haven't made the statement on their own socials or blogs. They wanted someone else to say the pretty stuff. They wanted someone else to say it for them. Because they don't want the pressure of them saying a statement to rely on their shoulders immediately. And I actually give Zach Busey credit where credit's due. The fact that he grilled them on that and they didn't make a response to it yet at the time was perfect. What, like, cause, and like we're having this whole huge ass debate about like what makes a journalist, what makes a true honest journalist, not like some political theater journalist, like, no, just a straight up journalist that tells this is what the facts, this is not the filler, this is what's going on. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, there is such a thing as a gray area. If people absolutely can't figure out how to find where the gray area is so people can make their own informed decisions because they don't want to lose backing from certain people, then they shouldn't be in the business of entertainment or in political. Like, that's straight up opinion. Like, that's just how I look at it. So Twitch then, like, literally 19 hours ago, so we're talking in the butt crack of the morning. So this is what they said. They said, the safety and security of all those attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior and display by the individuals involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. In line with existing TwitchCon security protocols, law enforcement and event security were on site and responded to the incident. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the Twitch premises. They are banned indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in in-person events. Are you guys pressing charges? That's what we're asking. We have increased security at the meet and greets attendee check-in point, and we'll have additional security personnel surrounding participating streamers. If you RSVP for a meet and greet, please note that we're unable to accommodate the +1s for the remainder of the event. Twitch has zero tolerance for harassment or acts that inhibit the safety and security of our community. It is really important to us that our creators enjoy their experience at TwitchCon and feel safe. We regret that this experience has disrupted was disrupted by this horrible incident. So what you're saying here is we're adding another. You're adding another Ralphus right there, like you're adding another Ralphus right there to slow motion run to the streamer in case there's another incident like this. Like, there's a reason why I like these certain cons, like the bigger cons. They actually have hired private security for each person that runs a booth or does a meet and greet that is at their official booth. Like, shout out to C2E2, because they actually do something similar of that nature that I just said. I heard of incidents that happened years before that happened like in the early years of C2E2, and now they really make that a safe place. And like, honestly, I feel like Twitch is, like, I mean, they're under a lot of pressure right now, especially with the whole Collargate, which I have opinion on. But that's a deep dive, just not today. Right? I have a whole opinion on that. Let's see. So, but anyway, we're gonna continue here. Senna speaks on the Emiru situation, clarifies that Twitch didn't force her to do a show with the meet and greet. Says her point on safety still stands. Needs to say, please hold that disgusting man and any security that will let him walk through accountable, completely preventable. And I agree. This is what Senna said. So seeing some misunderstanding of with the Twitch clip of Emmy's show, my team and my contract specifically wanted me. My team, my contract specifically wanted me to do a show and a meet and greet. When I canceled, we gave a reason due to not wanting to be in one spot for more than an hour at a time due to security and safety concerns. We pulled the meet and greet and for my team and decided to pull out of the show for the exact same reason because of our contract. Twitch didn't attempt to force me to do the show. However, don't take this as me saying I don't still stand on what I say about safety with wait, hold on. I feel like we're missing something about safety with what they dropped the ball on. I meant that. You'll see me at TwitchCon, and due to me wanting to help support my friend, I will now be attending the show. Wanting to clear this up because I think there's a misunderstanding and don't want anyone to think I'm being forced. Needless to say, please hold that disgusting man accountable, and any security guard that let him walk through accountable. Disgusting and what appeared to be completely preventable. He should have been arrested immediately, and it blows my fucking mind that he wasn't. And you know what they did? They banned her private security. Oh, our security is good. Trust me on it. We're good. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Like, nobody's fine about it right now. Like, everyone's still talking about it. Okay, so apparently this is a clip of TwitchCon security being called into question after this clip went viral. So let's take a look at that.
Thank you.
Ingrid, right?
Yeah. We'll just scan in, and then we're meeting him up front.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did it work? Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Oh, okay. Just
See, Danny's really good at just being ultra confident about everything, and
We just walked past.
yeah.
Wait, did I? Okay, hold on. I missed something here. So
scan in, and then we're meeting him up front.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did it work? Yeah, you're good. Okay.
hold a fucking minute. Hold the fucking minute. Okay, hold on here. Okay, so I see what just happened here. Now, as someone who goes to NASCAR events and everything like that, there's a reason why they'll never go to this system with the wristbands. I'm going to explain why. So, to give context, like, you get a ticket when you go to a race event, like at a super speedway or anything like that. I got a ticket from a concert I went to. I'm not showing what it is, but this is the type of ticket that we're talking about, right? So there's a barcode right there, and the people will have, like, I'm using this as an example, just bear with me here. They'll have a phone that literally just goes like this, and it'll beep. If it doesn't read it, it'll tell you, hey, hold that person real quick, and bring your manager over. So it'll beep red, and it'll be like, okay, hold on, hey, can you do me a favor and step to the side real quick? And then they'll call their manager over, and then they'll be like, okay, this is what's going on. This person's thing is not reading. Do you have proof of a purchase and everything like that? Which usually it's just like an email receipt with it, and they're pretty cool with it, and it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long, honestly. It takes like maybe an inconvenience of like 5-10 minutes of potentially meeting streamers. Like that's totally preventable. That is totally easy to fix. This, on the other hand, isn't, because they're relying on sensors, and unfortunately, those types of sensors, the ones that work for like NFC readers and everything like that, sometimes they don't read correctly. Like you have to actually like get a mobile phone to a mobile phone scanner to absolutely do it. And that's what, like, I think Disney did that for the longest time with the conversion of like people with smartwatches that can put their Disney account on their smartwatches. Like I've seen videos of that, of people going into Disney, and the Disney people have like the scanner thing, and then it just goes boop, and that works. That's better than whatever this dumb fucking platform is.
Okay.
And
We just walked past.
yeah. Which one's which?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, there he is.
Where is he? Oh, I see him.
Over there.
S-Fan.
Go through this side. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
These.
Ma'am, this isn't McDonald's.
Okay. I have some problems with this. I have some problems with this. Like, if it was like your first year and everything like that, I could be kind of sympathetic to Twitch. But this is the 10th year you guys been doing TwitchCon. I've been streaming a little bit longer than you guys have done TwitchCon. I've seen shit. Like, come on. Let's be real here for a minute. Let's be real. Because I'm going to be real with everyone here. I'm going to be real with my audience. I'm going to be real with everyone when I say this. That this whole situation was preventable. This situation was preventable. Now, if we like, now everyone's gonna be like grasping straws, sitting there going like, well, it's not the streamer's fault. It's the security's fault, and like it's all around. There's a little bit of fault to everyone to a level, except for Emiru's, because Emiru expected people to be on their best behavior, not be totally weird about it, trying to go in for like a big makeout session and everything like that. Like what the fuck are we doing here, folks? Like, so even Tectone said some stuff like that. I'm not gonna play his video because as much as I do agree with Tectone in some aspects of it, there's some things that it goes beyond. That involves his situation with the big three. You know, his involvement with the whole what do they call it now? The fucking Hassan, the EHD saga. Okay, That's going to go on for eons. And I mean eons. Like, and you know what? This just kind of made me remember this. I'm glad. Actually, I'm not glad. Let me scratch that. I'm actually more pissed that we're still not grilling Hassan about Collargate. Once again, that's a deep dive, just not today. Let's see. So this is what happened 14 hours ago, and Emiru drops a statement about her assault at TwitchCon. And says this is her last time attending the event. And I said, good. Good. You don't need to be around this stupid shit. Like, PAX, I think she did a panel for PAX this year, and she was treated so much better. So much better than what she was treated here. But this is the difference. Twitch has a Neanderthal as the fucking CEO. They don't. They're not a streaming platform. They're just a straight up like, hey, we're pop culture, we're a little bit of everything. We're just trying to have fun. Let's have fun. Let's do it in the most safest of ways. So this is what Emiru says. I'm once again, I apologize if you guys get actually hold on. Let me fix this. Let me fix the crop on that. And then we'll just zoom it. There we go. Alright. I fixed it for you guys. I'm sorry. That looks a lot better. A lot healthier. A lot better. But this is what she says. She says, hello everyone. I am okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry I can't respond to them all. Pink heart emoji. Shout out to Ruston. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab me in my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people have pointed out it could have been a lot worse. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with someone or something like this, but to tell you honestly, I'm a lot more hurt and upset about how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. The security in the clip who reacts with is my own security. It's true, my favorite and usual security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to the police at a past TwitchCon. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk away. As you can see in the clip, since they don't even appear in the frame, lol. The woman who's walking me away is my own personal manager. And behind the booth, and the only 2 people who were checking in on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened if I was okay. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened, immediately laughing and moving on to talk about something else. So, if no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything, or they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing. LOL. In a Twitch statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie. And there's a lot of footage that people are saying that there's like he makes a couple appearances within other streamers and everything like that. Um, and it just fucking sucks. Like, it fucking sucks for Emiru, because like she was expecting this to be a safe space. She was supposed to expect this like a safe space. Like, she thought the bullshit that she had like eons ago, by now I'm assuming, um, were just like, it's gone. Like, they don't have to deal with it. But now they have to deal with it, because now they realize, oh shit, we hired a bunch of lazy fuckers that weren't doing their job. They weren't doing security. Now, I will say this. At the con that I went to, it was the first time they were doing it in my town, because they do multiple like smaller cons around around the state and everything like that, which is cool. I like that. I like that they kind of try to spread the wealth as much as possible to accommodate for everyone. Like, I met the guy, and like I told him, like, I'm a little nervous, it's my first time, and he's like, don't worry, brother, if you have any questions, hey, there's a couple security people here at one of the booths that or one of the people in like the yellow shirts and everything like that you could ask them anything if you're feeling like you're gonna have an issue, like, flag one of us down, we'll help you out, everything like that. Like, he did, like, and he explained how he found everyone and everything like that. He does his research and everything like that. There's a whole bunch of yes men in automation, and people lie. Like, listen, I'm gonna be real here, because truth be told, I probably have lied on my own account too, like, as a young adult, like, uh in uh in my college time, right? Where I said, like, I used to work at a Walmart, or I used to work at like so and so. Like, most people can see through that bullshit, but the fact that most of the stuff is automated now, and then they'll look at like Indeed and sit there and go like, oh shit, oh, this guy looks good. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna interview him. He's got the job right then and there. Like, just totally fine, right? Totally fine. I have a lot more to say, but I will say it on a stream later today instead of writing a book on here. Thanks, you guys, again. Uh, let's see here. He was allowed to walk away from a meet greet, and I didn't hear he was caught till afterwards. It felt like this only happened because my manager pressing for it, not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. I'll have more to say. I will say it on stream later today instead of writing a book on here. Thank you guys again. Sorry if all y'all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon. It saddens me as I say to say as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon, I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. I do not feel cared for or protected. Even bringing my own security and staff, I can't imagine how creators without these options would feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything's gonna be okay. And I agree. I totally agree. I think most people. I think this is, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, because he was hearing something about this. And I kind of gave him the context and stuff like that of what I heard. I haven't I haven't really delved into a lot of the stuff till um, a couple hours ago, like right when I got home, and I was just kind of seeing all the updates because once again, Yeet, you know, I follow him on my I should follow him on my real account, but that's neither here or there. So I firmly believe. I firmly believe this is going to be the last TwitchCon. Like, if and this is why I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I'm actually going to say it in a two-pronged way. So I think this is going to be the last one they host in San Diego. This is going to be the last one they host in San Diego because I think next year they're going to have to go to a smaller building because I don't know about y'all, but the fact that San Diego, the people that they're renting the property from to do this show, to do TwitchCon at, they're going to look at this situation and say, yeah, you guys, this is going to ruin our reputation if we try to re-up this next year. Like, you're going to have to find, like, a smaller venue or somewhere else in San Diego, somewhere else, like, to do this. And that's going to hurt them a lot. Now, I think next year, I will say this. I will say this, and I will look back on this video, the first after the second day of TwitchCon, and I'll say this: next year, I expect the total amount of people going to TwitchCon goes down by at least 35 to 40%. And it's going and that 30 and 45% of people are going to be the people that who don't want to travel anymore because of this issue. They don't want to have this issue happening to them. It could be another female streamer. It could happen to like a trans person, like a trans person. It could happen to a gay person. It could be straight, lesbian, black, blue, whatever you want to call yourself. It could happen to anyone. And I actually don't. I'm surprised Eat didn't actually have Asmongold's video about TwitchCon safety and everything like that. Eat didn't put a clip out there of his Asmongold's take on TwitchCon safety, but this is his expanded take on it. Asmongold explains his take on TwitchCon safety. Says Twitch only cares for optics and refusing to apologize and name Emiru in the statement avoid accountability in front of everyone. They put optics over principle. Actions speak louder than words. And says, this might be a bit longer post. Sorry. Actually, Zach, you're good. Honestly, I used to hate Asmongold very, very much because, like, you know, he would talk shit about a lot of the first person shooters and the third person shooters. Now as I gotten older, I could see why he talks about that because I was a young kid. I didn't know what the fuck. I was a youngster, man. I didn't know what the fuck I was wanting. But now that I'm older, like we're talking 12, 13 years later, and now I know exactly what I want in a game, and that's why I'm very careful with who I spend my money with and everything like that. And Zach says following says to expand on this statement, the reason I said this actually has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk or any other unrest this year. While of course it's an agitating variable, it wasn't the reason. Last year at TwitchCon, Nipple and Wake Wilder were sexually assaulted live and on camera. Twitch made no statement and pretended like this didn't happen. I heard about this situation. I heard about this situation. If they allowed that, that's a real big nail in the coffin for them, honestly. That type of behavior, Twitch made no statement and pretended like this didn't happen. The type of behavior is disgusting, wrong, and has no place in civilized society. Anyone with a brain knew that if this happened to a female creator at at the time, Twitch's response would have been completely different. Anyone without a brain and had that proven last night. To me, this provide this to me has to me this provide proved an undeniable cynical reality. Twitch doesn't care about about us about your essays. They care about the optics of essay. If they had cared, they would have approached it with men in the same way. This proves their motives are driven by optics rather than principle. Under that reasoning, it could be assumed that Twitch would allow the same thing to occur again this year. Why wouldn't they? They'd gotten away with it last year. I kind of have to agree with that. It's that, kind of have to agree with that. But I'm gonna speak a little bit more on that a little bit in a minute, because I want to bring another point to this, because like because this is kind of hitting me a little bit different here. Even now, Twitch refuses to apologize to Emiru or even name her. Innocuous to the uninitiated, but obvious to the informed. They are refusing to apologize because it could be used against them in a lawsuit. They are refusing to name her to avoid boosting SEO, search engine optimization, connecting the company to this event, and to not further spread her name in the hopes that it will minimize the controversy. In front of everyone, they put optics over principle and insult your intelligence by assuming you're too stupid to see it. Action speaks louder than words, and what people avoid saying often reveals their true intent. I apologize that sometimes when I speak on issues that I do so in such a brash and offensive tone that polarizes people against me. When things like this happens, it makes me think about that a lot. I could have made a bigger difference if I was less of an asshole, maybe. Stay safe, trust your instincts, and believe what you see, not what you hear. And this is something that I actually want to go to that to the first pages here. It says this gives me the Activision Blizzard vibes, right? Like, because let's put it this way, like, Nipal and Wake Wilder, if this was like drowned out and everything like that, that's a terrible look at that. That's a terrible way. That's a terrible way. And I mean this. It's a terrible way to get people to trust you. If you weren't as active and on top of it like you should have been, the Emiru stuff wouldn't happen. Like, this gives me strong Activision stuff. Like, there's people who witnessed it and did not report it, and that is fucking scary. Because that proves the point that whether you're male or female, this was going to happen. This was going to happen regardless if you're male, female, trans, non-binary, it doesn't matter. Someone was going to get away with it. and it's not going to be pretty. And this is not, this type of neglect has gotten to a level of pure, unadulterated, just straight, like, I can't even find the word. Like, I don't even remember what word I used when I was going through the whole lawsuit. Going through the lawsuit pages of the Blizzard thing. Like, I was so flabbergasted at shit that I was not see like I was seeing for the first time, and I'm going like, oh my god. Like, like I I don't know if anyone's watching. If you are watching, afterwards, put it in the comment section. Do I feel wrong to feel this way? Should I feel wrong to feel this way, that people are absolute fuckheads that don't know how to fucking act? Especially under under Dan Clancy's leadership. That makes me less want to represent Twitch. That makes me less want to stream on Twitch. It's controversies like this that makes people sit there and go like, I don't want to stream on there. I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to Kick. I'm gonna go to Trova. I'm gonna go to D Live and open up those lemon chests. If you know, you know. It's shit like this that highly disturbs me. That we're getting to this point. We're getting to this point. And let's be real, like, I could say this. Asmund can say this like an asshole, and it would be like grain. It would be like sandpaper to some people. But sometimes listening to people who has a more awareness of common sense and everything like that, that's something that needs to be, like, looked at and respected in that aspect here. Like, we need, honestly, and I was talking to someone about this the other day, and I was, because they were worried about, like, the government, like, taking control over, like, our video games and everything like that. Honestly, they need to take a look into Twitch, as a whole, like, in my opinion, because I feel like there's some stuff that they have hid that is in their consistent. There's some skeletons in their closet that is getting too much, to the point where the door, with the whole Emiru situation now, it made the door burst open, and I have a feeling we're going to hear more shit that I frankly, I just, ugh, ugh. Like, it brings chills down my spine in the worst way possible. And the fact, and this is another thing that I like about this post here. They refuse to name Emiru because they don't want a lawsuit on their hands. They're refusing to apologize because it could be used against them in a lawsuit. They are refusing to name her to avoid boosting SEO, search engine optimization, connecting the company to this event, and to not further spread her name in the hopes that it will minimize the controversy. This is where the Blizzard thing is different. That was behind closed doors. That was behind private phones and everything like that. And it took someone fucking data leaking some shit and suing for I forget what they were originally suing for. I think it was like for wages issues and everything like that. From like the California housing department, something like that. But if they're trying to stop this, unfortunately they can't. Like, I mean, like good old Brad Paisley sings, the internet is forever. Like, the internet is forever. Some people forget that. And so this is some footage apparently from Kick streamer, best friend Kick, unearthed some footage from Twitchcon of the Emiru suspect walking freely out of the bin. Wait, hold on. I'll do it this way. That's the guy, apparently. Apparently, this is another one here.
Sneak meet and greet was pretty cool, though. That was fun.
There's the guy. And then what the fuck? I don't know if that has copyright, so I'm not gonna open that. Let's see. This is from another tweet that happened later in the morning. So the safety security. Oh, this is the same one that has that. Twitch allowed the assailant to walk away originally. It was only pressed to apprehend him after Emiru's manager pushed for it. The individual was allowed to walk originally. Twitch allowed the assailant to bypass several barriers. Emiru's tweet on this. This has gotten so fucking diabolical. Like, I don't mean I've been watching a lot of what's his face's stuff. TMZ is now reporting on the story. You know you're fucked when TMZ is reporting on the story. Okay, so this is I guess we don't have to watch it all, but I guess addressing what happens. But actually, here's what I'll do here. If you want to watch the whole video yourself, I will link it down below, so that way you guys can take a look at it yourself. So Let's go ahead with this first clip. It says here, Emiru is doing a press conference, like stream, going over the assault. Here she ponders if Twitch would have officially responded if the clip didn't go viral, even after the fact. As far as I know, other people who had meet and greets were not reached out to.
I don't think that Twitch would have put out an official statement if that clip wasn't posted and going viral. And
no, they wouldn't, and here's why. You're their cash cow. You're one of their cash cows. Let me further elaborate on this. So, if I remember correctly, there is over 30 different meet and greets that are happening at Twitchcon this year. And that's over a span of like a couple days. So it's like 10 on this day, 10 on this day, 10 on this day. Additional booths probably will have like a meet and greet with them there too. So, you know, if they're not tap dancing to the sound of Dan Clancy's masturbation kink to Hassan Piker, they probably would be protected a little bit more. And even Tecton said it. Actually, Elephant Bridge says Twitch would have gaslit Emiru if the clip didn't go viral.
And even after the fact that that clip was posted and going viral, as far as I know, the other people who had meet and greets today were not reached out to ask if they wanted extra security or if they even wanted to cancel their meet and greet. Like, maybe some people were, but I know for a fact Extra Emily wasn't. My personal manager made sure that she had extra security. No one reached out to her. Don't know about everyone, but I know that for a fact.
Look, all I'm saying is this. If you have cash cows out in the pastures and a wolf comes to murder your flock or to hurt your flock, I should rephrase that when I say that, murder in Minecraft or whatever, you get the point. If they come to do something weird to violate their sanctity of safety, there should be a security guard right then and there that can read people and go, all right, he doesn't pass the vibe check, he's got to go. Like, and if they actually were legitimately wanting to have an autograph, see, this is why I like NASCAR a lot. Because when people are too nervous to meet the drivers, they'll have a hero card right there for you. It's like it's like, here, hold on. Let me reach up here, grab one of them for example for this. So, like, for instance, so I have here Isaac Wells. Isaac Wells is a good brother. So this is what would be considered a hero card. By the way, which and Disturbing Fact Skeletor. Yes, I love it. He's so good. Is one of my prized, cherished items there for you all. Right there. I will keep that always and forever in a day when I say that. Let me get everything back in order here. Like, they should, if people are too awkward and nervous, security should have a person that, like a handler, like there should be 4 people, honestly. There should be additional security, especially for female creators. Like if they say that they can handle themselves, then I guess that's fair game. But they should have the option to have extra security for everyone. Point blank. So what I'm saying is Emiru should have gotten that option immediately. Because there was a past incident that happened. And I'm not going to be surprised if there's more past incidents since Dan Clancy has, the CEO of Twitch, has decided to make a, to do TwitchCon and everything like that. Not to make TwitchCon, but to be the CEO under TwitchCon, be at TwitchCon as the CEO. He should have made that the first and foremost things. Like, there's a reason why actually VTuber meet and greets are actually getting more popular, because the VTubers are safe and they're actually reasonable. I've seen some people talk about it, where the VTubers are actually more happier to be at home, but to also be a part of this. See, that's the reason why I believe that if they're going to be in person, there has to be security. There has to be security. There has to be a hero card that they already signed like a couple of days before the event. Or like something that makes it easier for them to be comfortable in a massive group. So honestly, I like I said earlier, I do feel bad for Emiru because this sucks. Like, this sucks extremely for her. Like, Emiru alleges the head of security for Amazon and head of risk for Twitch initially gave the suspect a 30-day platform ban. Took an hour to make it indefinite. Oh, I'll watch that in a minute. This is another one.
Okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Dan Clancy, your days as Twitch CEO is rapidly declining. Like, because if Emiru is coming out and saying the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch only gave him a 30-day platform ban and had to be talked down to making it a indefinite ban. Wow. Wow. That just kind of that's what I'm saying.
What? And then
Hold on. I have to hear that one more time just for. Yeah, that's actually. I am a fan of Emiru's emoting. When she least expects to emote, and then just like surprised emotes.
what? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
I don't know about you, Clem, but you McFucked.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
I gotta see this shit.
The head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Wow. Yep, that was who. I was gonna leak it to my friend, but I guess I don't have to now.
Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't
That's
see
who they
it.
were.
But I had multiple people tell me that key
Yep.
Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
She's speaking about Dan Clancy himself,
Okay.
by the way.
Ooh, this is last call. Hassan Piker, your days are done too. Holy shit on a pogo stick. That's crazy.
I didn't really get a chance to talk about it because of, you know, all the things that were happening, but I kind of wanted to apologize for some people were talking about the clip of me getting kind of emotional at the end of the RV trip. That shit kind of just slipped out, but there's a lot of things that I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from Twitchcon. So, just wanted to let you guys know about that.
I honestly thought that was for a second there because I don't know, maybe because I see multiple different tables. I thought it was Denny's thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, Emiru. You don't need to go to Denny's. You know what you need to go to, and this is why I say there should be a Waffle House nearby, like or a Waffle House, the Waffle House catering truck. Has anyone seen that? Has anyone seen that? I want people to let me know about this because honestly, they need like a Waffle House sized beatdown, like in terms of like verbal communication and everything. Like they need to have a coming to Jesus moment here, if you will. Here, okay? Maybe I'm speaking some like maybe I'm just speaking like pure unadulterated opinion here, but I'm just saying, like, I know most people don't like Emiru because, she's one of like the TikTok girls, like, oh, look, I'm a TikTok girl, you know, all that bullshit, but she's still a fucking human being. Like, I'm being real here when I say that. When I say, like, I believe everyone should be treated equally. Now, if you do something stupid, well, make sure you're, like, it gets called out. Like, that's what I firmly believe in. I firmly believe in calling people out if they do something that's against TOS and also, um, uh, violates some human decency rights. Like, I want that guy flogged. I want that guy shamed. Okay? Just like Game of Thrones style. Tomatoes thrown at him. While the bell is being rang. The bell is shame. Shame. So, here he is, Cowboy. The man deep under Hassan's desk. Dan Clance. Taylor Lawrence met with Dan Clancy, asked about Twitch safety post Emiru incident, post Emiru. I don't think that when you're live streaming in many ways, you could control your community. What happened yesterday, we care deeply, is something that we have to keep working on.
And others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge.
If the safety of your top creators were your main priority, there should have been extra security there. You all have the deep pockets. I mean, you guys do get money for this, right? You're not bleeding out of the pockets. I don't know, maybe I want to do the MRO shit. I don't know.
Challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. When I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so.
See, this is why I have an issue with Dan Clancy. Like, this is my biggest critique of Dan Clancy. Is he tries to be friend first rather than CEO second. But he's so shady about it. He goes like, oh, my friend, I love him, or she's my best friend. And you would think if she was your best friend, then why was there no extra security? Why if all the creators, top creators, were your best friends, why are they not getting extra security? Like let me put it this way. My friend Vero, she what was it, 2 years ago or a year ago, she attended TwitchCon for the first time to do a meet and greet and everything like that. Vero, and I love Vero. Vero, I love you. You're a wonderful sister. I appreciate you always. Too sweet on that. But like I was in her live stream the other day, and she said that she was gonna go to TwitchCon, but she's only gonna go for one day. And so I can't remember if someone asked her like if she was only gonna go like on why she was only going one day. And I think you could kind of spell it out right there. Like, you know, Twitch has a problem. Twitch has a problem at the top of the food chain. And the fact that we had two people the year before that, according to Asmongold, that I wasn't even aware of. Now I want to look into this a little bit more. Like their stuff was basically like stuffed down in a basket under some blankets and said like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll fix it, we'll figure it, we'll help you guys out afterwards. And nothing happened. I assume, and thinking like, oh well, if this doesn't happen, you know, this is what happens when you go a high 9 on the fuck around, and you go to not even a 9, you're going full 10. Like, you're finding out more because it was live streamed, and anything that's found on live stream is gonna bound to get viral. It's getting clipped. Everything. Like, if Dan Clancy doesn't step down before the end of this year, or is taken out of or is given his walking papers, I probably honestly won't use Twitch anymore. Like, I'm gonna be pretty honest, because this is pretty foul. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like especially like just talking with other creators, smaller creators. And let me put it this way, and I'm saying this because I have a lot to get off my chest. Like, I'm gonna be real here for a minute. There's some creators that I know who keeps getting shadow banned because either they say something that is on a hot topic that involves a Twitch streamer, and well, now you can't find their stuff now. And then obviously with the whole lurker situation, and I want to say this on a private level here for a minute. When I say this, I love all my lurkers. They're truly the support of a live stream. And if they are not counted as a viewer just because they want background sounds and they just want to support a good brother like yours truly, I have no use in the platform. Like, I actually have more use to streaming on X, on YouTube, on Kick. Hell, D-Live maybe. I'm definitely not doing the crypto, but I sure as hell like the money. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's what I need to reinvest in. Right?
I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done, because that's...
And now you watch... as I just now noticed, he switches from best friend Dan Clancy to CEO Dan Clancy. Like, you can't be both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, you got to sit there and think about the whole of people, not the sliver top 1%. Like, and I'm gonna say this because I actually do. Once again, I actually give Emiru a lot of credit where credit's due. She has hustled her ass off from her fame from TikTok and doing all the cosplays and everything like that. She is hardworking at that. I will give her that. Like, and she does content and she hustles it very, very well. That said, all these other bastards they're in that top 1%, so to speak, with certain exceptions like Queso and everything like that. They're only there to kiss your ass so they could get the Hassan Piker treatment too. Like, I'm just gonna say this now. I'm calling out Frogan. I'm calling out Denims. I'm talking about the people that who sit there and especially Frogan. Like, we're fucking adults. Can I just say that? We're all fucking adults. And the fact that she got offended, she got triggered over a fucking bald man saying that she's fat. Okay, so what? Is that not a true fact? Do you tend to be a bitch? Yeah, of course she becomes a bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? But once you start talking about like fucking people, hoping people get fucking PTSD, while in the military and out of the military, like, that's fucked up. That should be called out for. When you attack someone's humanity, saying they don't deserve to have a life, or they don't deserve to be safe, that's when shit should be called out. When they're actually let me rephrase this when I say this, especially about when it comes to the song. And honestly, I think I'm just only going to say this once about Hassan Piker, because honestly, I don't want to do a whole deep dive on this whole Collargate. Collargate is just, it's another fart in the wind that this administration of Twitch is going to do. They're just going to sit there and go like, okay, we're going to take it seriously. Hassan, you're going to be banned on your days off. We'll see you Monday. You know, that stuff. Like, fucking kiss kiss, you know, much love, HH kiss kiss. Like, that ain't gonna do it for me, dog. Stuff like that. Like, fuck. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna... Wait, what?
Have you picked a winner?
I think I know my winner.
You already have your winner?
I think I have my winner.
All right.
Sorry, I must have caught mono at my meet and greet.
It's... That's what she said, like that scream when she said that. Oh, shit. That is crazy work. That is the best shot. Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. Like, even this, like, hold on, let's see. was from clip Ethan Glenn calls out Dan Clancy, a team Twitch executive team, after the Emiru stream. Is he really victim blaming Emiru for not calling enough weirdos? So you take this freak fired. Twitch executive team should be fired.
Is a top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community,
By the way, was out.
I had multiple people tell me
they basically don't bother me.
later the same night, it was last night, talking to Twitch, handling it now.
Oh, okay. It's just all the other clips of it happening. But, honestly, that's really it. Honestly, I think that's just really it. I'm tired. I've been sitting on this chewing on it all night, and then just like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I think it should be talked about. But like to kind of give final thoughts here, and I'll make myself bigger again here. That's what she said. Honestly, the way I kind of look at everything, the way that I look at what's going on, I think Twitch is cooked. Because, listen, I know there's a lot of people that are sitting there going like, well, Twitch is too big to fail. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? There's a lot of companies over the last couple years that have merged together, and now they're looking for other mergers to merge because they realize they're losing money. And Amazon has been losing money from Twitch for as long as I have been at least alive. That's saying a lot. But, I mean, no one deserves to be hated like that. Or harassed like that, or anything like that. No one deserves to be doxxed. No one deserves to be harassed like that. Especially in the SA way. Like, and to put it into my perspective, like, you know, not everyone's gonna be a Dan Clancy, or not Dan Clancy, a VTuber. No one's gonna be a VTuber. Like, they're the more popular thing right now because they're all at home right now, and they're doing their own versions of like a meet and greet, at in their Discords, and just like they're going like, hey, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. You know, I like those types of VTubers that actually interact with their people and don't care if people get a whole sentient attitude about it. Like, that's why I like it. Yeah. But now that we have this happen, I think we're gonna see a huge change in where streamers go. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Emiru actually switches over to YouTube. I've been seeing a lot of people who have been going to TwitchCon, like a lot of popular streamers, and they're going over to YouTube, here on YouTube, or they're going to Kick, because Twitch is kind of a sinking ship right now. And I mean, I will say this. I will say this: the Koof era kind of saved them, but it's 5 years, 6+ years after that. What's to happen now? Like, that is my question. And I hope we get an answer for this. Maybe Twitch executives that are above Dan Clancy that could sit there and finally go, hey, you're kind of ruining our money flow here. We're finally seeing the signs. You need to go. And if they don't, then, well, I mean, go the way of the Titanic, as I would say. But I'm gonna end it here. If you like this video, if you like this live stream, make sure you have a like on it. I greatly appreciate it. And also, just hang out in the comments. And actually, let me put it this way: the big question of the day here. The big question of the day. Do you think Twitch is gonna be? What do you think the next 6 months of Twitch is gonna be? I want to know what your guys' opinion is on it, because honestly, the way I kind of look at it, Twitch has to make some invasive actions immediately. Like, I'm talking like they're gonna have to go scorcher, because if Papa Bezos finds out about this, and I bet he already has, he's probably gonna start looking for a seller, and I don't think they want that. But that's just kind of my opinion. But my name's the Elfruss. This has been kind of impromptu Alpha on Air live stream slash just me ranting about this, because it's been bothering me for the last like day and a half, and since Friday. So I just decided, hey, you know what? I need to get it off my chest. So, I love y'all. Have a good night. Stay safe. Peace, love, and grease.